VonAllen Sports.
Here's how I see Belichick and Brady. Again, I'm reiterating, an elite Hall of Fame level quarterback is slightly, okay? Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to measure the difference, but is a tad more important than a head coach, a great head coach.
Yeah, if a head coach could only get on the field and do what he intends to do.
Exactly. And you know what, Milena? What you just said, Bill Belichick has said that.
Really?
They have to execute. They have to do the job. So as a player, as a quarterback, you're the most important player on the field. You're the one has to execute that game plan. Mm. So that gives you the edge. You have to have him in order to achieve that. You have to have him do something right, do something good, and consistently do it right and do it good. When it pertains to New England, what I don't think I got clear from the other videos that I want to clear up now is that when we're talking about an elite quarterback needing a great head coach and a great head coach needing an elite quarterback, when I say things like Montana needs Walsh as much as Walsh needs Montana, I only mean that in the sense of, in the idea of a dynasty. I'm only referring to if you want to win 3, 4, go to 3, 4 more Super Bowls. If you want that kind of longevity and kind of excellence, you need both. And I think the evidence is everywhere. Would Brady be great if he never had a great head coach? But you put them together, and you put Tom with a great head coach, and what do you get? You rule the fucking universe.
You get fire.
You rule the universe. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about, winning one Super Bowl. Anybody can put a good season together and end up winning a Super Bowl. It's happened. We've seen it happen. But that's not what we're talking about.
Team.
Right. We're talking about a dynasty here. And that's a different thing. Now, a good example right now of a great elite quarterback making a team good while the coach is not that great or not anything special, the Green Bay Packers. If Aaron Rodgers leaves the Packers, what's going to happen to them? I just don't see them. They're not going to be in back-to-back NFC Championship games.
Like a big question mark.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? What do we do now? Because who are you going to replace them with, right? But with Aaron Rodgers, the team is good enough that if they have that element, they can be good. So here's how I think about it. In regards to New England, I want to use a nuclear missile as an example. You want to build a nuclear missile, right? And you get all the scientists together. And they design this thing. This thing is badass. You design a rocket, the propulsion. You even have the scientists for the architecture of nuclear fission inside a bomb. So you have all of this. You have the parts needed, the design, everything's there. If it's just the casing, but let's say it's missing something. It's missing an ingredient. What would that ingredient be? Uranium? Plutonium? Okay.
Plutonium.
Let's say plutonium.
Yes.
Okay. It's missing plutonium. This could be the best, coolest, most innovative rocket missile ever made.
Best design,
best scientist, best engineers working on this.
Put it together.
The red coat built it. Okay, so that's a quality sign of engineering.
He's a specialist of bombs as well.
Yes, Nightwalker helped out with that.
So
it's good shit.
Yeah.
But they sent the missile with no plutonium.
What's going to happen?
It's just a giant refrigerator falling from the sky.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. But what happens when you put plutonium in that shit? Bye-bye.
Yeah, or explosion.
It's over. It's done. It's finished. Off the map. Turn this place into a parking lot. It's done. Without that ingredient, that missile is worthless. It doesn't do anything.
Right.
But you added that plutonium, and it destroyed an entire country. Tom Brady is the plutonium. He is the ingredient. He was the ingredient to Belichick's ingenious missile design. Remember all the scientists that we were talking about? Those are the coaches. Okay? All the people, the engineers who came in and the people who put the work together and the parts of the missile and the rocket, all of the propulsion, all that, that's the players, his teammates. But the quarterback is the ingredient that destroys everything. And that is what does it. That right there, okay?
Plutonium.
That's the difference. So right now, Belichick is without his plutonium. It's not easy. And we're not just talking about plutonium. We're talking about the best plutonium ever. And he still went 7-9 with the worst missile I've ever seen. That offensive roster was shit last year. So Bill Belichick needs to find some plutonium.
Yeah.
Okay? To expect him to find Tom Brady is stupid and ridiculous, and to hold him to that standard is insane. But when you have a Tom Brady and a Bill Belichick, just like that bomb destroys a whole country, you destroy the NFL and you rule it for 20 years. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about one Super Bowl here or one Super Bowl there. We are talking about a complete annihilation, a complete dominance of an entire league who is designed to not allow that. A league that is designed to discourage nuclear missiles. They don't want that. They don't want that. That's what we're talking about here. But there's other kinds of missiles, and it still destroys things. And that's what Belichick is looking for. And that's what we're hoping Mac Jones is. And we're hoping for a Super Bowl victory. But to expect 6 more from one quarterback, it's just, why even talk about this? Like, why even mention it? It's like people say that, and it doesn't make sense. What if we took this analogy and went the other way? Tom Brady is that ingredient. What did he do? He went to the Bucs. He went to the Bucs with a coach who's like that drunk scientist who is getting kickbacks on the side and doesn't know anything that's going on. But the engineers are badass and pretty good. The Bucs need that plutonium. What is plutonium by itself? What is Tom Brady by itself? It's radioactive. Okay? It's radioactive. It can hurt you. Even on its own, it's lethal. So Brady's lethal no matter where you put him. Put him on the Lions. I don't give a shit. He's lethal. But you put him on the Bucs with some competent engineers, and you've got another nuclear weapon. Yeah. Not the kind that's going to take out a whole country, but you got the kind that can take out a city. And that's what happened with the Bucs.
VonAllen Sports.